Good afternoon and welcome to the inaugural session of the National Workshop on Market Intelligence and Digital Innovation. We request Dr. P. Rajashekaran, Chairman of the State Agricultural Prices Board, to welcome the gathering.
There was very fruitful discussion in the morning. A number of detailed presentations were made. In the afternoon session also, a price forecasting supply session is scheduled. A number of experts are waiting for the session. Since Minister was very busy with the cabinet meeting and other meetings, we couldn't come in the morning. So he reached as agreed 2 days back. For the last 3 years, our minister has taken a lot of efforts in preparing answers and defending market-related issues in Assembly, State Assembly, as well as in state government meetings. If we are combining the answers provided by the minister in the Assembly, that will run into volumes. Several questions were asked by our learned MLAs on marketing, market intervention, price crisis. So several days discussion went till 10 p.m. So minister has spent a lot of time and effort in dealing this situation. In the morning session also, the concluding statement I got from the presentation was, production is not an issue, marketing is the issue. That was the concluding statement made by a lead expert. Other experts also presented various dimensions of marketing and market intelligence. So we are going to discuss the technicalities in the afternoon. So with this word, I welcome our Honorable Minister, Sri P. Prasad sir, in this workshop.
Now, Dr. K.R. Ashok, former Director, Center for Agricultural and Rural Development Studies and Professor and Head of the Department of Agricultural Economics, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, will give a short summary of the technical session held in the morning.
Good afternoon to all. I join the Chairman Agricultural Prices Board in welcoming the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Government of Kerala. Hearty welcome, sir, for this workshop. Dr. Rajashekaran was telling about his interventions in the Assembly. We also had a short interaction with the Minister before lunch. I have witnessed so many functions, so many occasions in so many ministers and other things. I have never seen such a simple and humble person. So congratulations, sir. So with this, I briefly summarize the morning proceedings for the benefit of the minister. The session was started with the introductory welcome address by Dr. P. Rajashekaran, Chairman, State Prices Board, Kerala. He has narrated the objectives and the expected outcomes out of this workshop, like to address data gaps for effective market intelligence system. So putting together an integrated market intelligence system, scaling up of best models for market intelligence in the state, and also integration of innovative market intelligence system in the market-led extension in Kerala agriculture. So these were the objectives of this workshop. And with this, we started the first technical session. Then we had two felicitations by Sri Saju K. Surendran, IAS, Director, Soil Survey and Conservation. He, in his felicitation, he has stressed the importance of data, how the data, a lot of data is being generated in the research stations, universities, etc. But there is a gap in the transfer of data to the farmers as well as to the policymakers. This gap need to be bridged so that this data could be effectively utilized for the benefit of the farmers and the state at large. Then we had felicitation by Sunil Yeje, Additional Director of Agriculture Marketing. He has narrated the activities of the department. After that, the first technical session was started. I have chaired that session, and the first lead paper was presented by Dr. Akash Saxena, Principal Scientist and Head, Division of Technology and Sustainable Agriculture, National Institute of Agricultural Economics and Policy Research. She is the principal investigator of a big project where this market intelligence and price forecasting was implemented across various universities. She has led that team and in detail explained the activities under this scheme and also some of the impact. They have studied the impact of that particular scheme, how it has benefited farmers. The next presentation was done by Sri U. Dharmarao, Regional Head, EPIDA, Bangalore. So his topic was market intelligence for agricultural export. So it was a very interesting presentation and showed the various commodities exported from India as well as particularly specifically from Kerala and how what kind of interventions we need to implement for upscaling the export from the state. So that was his presentation. Next presentation was on market intelligence initiatives of AgriWatch. AgriWatch is a private sector organization. It was done by its director Nalini Rawal. He is the director GIS and Consulting Services, AgriWatch. It was a very innovative models of market intelligence was presented in his presentation. Normally we do presentation with the data alone, but only forecasting is as good as if the past trend of the data continues in the future as well, but that is not the case in many of the agricultural commodities. Apart from prices, several other factors influence the outcomes, especially production and in turn prices. So how to account these variables? For production is accounted by several climatic and other variables, price variables, etc. So they have used some modern techniques like GIS and other upcoming technology related products and integrated into price forecasting for making it more accurate and relevant. Then next presentation was done by new initiatives of the Department of Economics and Statistics on Market Intelligence by Dr. K.G. Geeta, Additional Director, Department of Economics and Statistics, Government of Kerala, and Dr. D.S. Shibukumar, Deputy Director, Department of Economics and Statistics, Government of Kerala. This presentation, they have explained very well about the various types of data at various intervals by the department, how these data are published and how it will be useful to the stakeholders. Specifically, the second part of the presentation, they have upscaled their activities to analytics. So that government department has gone a step further to analyze the data and make it more user-friendly and more useful to the stakeholders. The next presentation by Agriculture Market Intelligence, Gujarat Experience of World Bank Project by Dr. R.S. Pundir. He is the Principal and Dean, International Agribusiness Management Institute, Anand Agriculture University, Gujarat. This was, he has presented the outcome of a collaborative project with the University of Australia. And it was very interesting, and new models were developed in that project which will be very helpful for other states to follow. So these models apart from the traditional methods of forecasting, some innovative approaches were built into this model, and he has explained its impact also, how this model got useful to the farmers. Then finally, The last presentation was Tracking Food Price Volatility in India by Dr. Purushottam Sharma. He is Principal Scientist, National Institute of Agricultural Economics and Policy Research, New Delhi. Price volatility is a very sensitive topic, and the minister will be well aware about that, how when prices of onion or tomatoes goes up, how much hue and cry is there in the press and also in the public. So his presentation stressed how to measure or estimate this price volatility and what kind of interventions we can make to stabilize prices, to minimize the price volatility and help the stakeholders in the sense farmers, policymakers, traders, etc. So this is in summary the morning proceedings of this workshop. This is for your kind information, sir.
Sri P. Prasad, Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Kerala. Significant contributions to agriculture are being carried out in Kerala through Sir's various initiatives and policies aimed at improving productivity, sustainability, and farmers' welfare. These policies have focused on improving agricultural practices and ensuring fair prices for produce, which is essential for enhancing farmers' livelihoods. As an advocate for sustainable agriculture, Sri P. Prasad has encouraged the adoption of eco-friendly farming practices. He supports initiatives that aim to reduce the environmental impact of agriculture while boosting productivity. Under his leadership, many creative programs for agriculture development has been introduced, including Nyangalam Krishileke, Jaiva Karshiga Mission, Poshaka Samriddhi Mission, etc. His approach combines traditional values with modern techniques, which can be seen in Sir's efforts to address current agricultural challenges and promote innovative solutions. With deep respect and sincere happiness, we invite you, Sir, to grace our event by lighting the lamp and sharing your insights through your speech.
Dear distinguished experts and delegates, thank you for accepting our invitation and coming together to discuss the key issues on market intelligence in agriculture. Government is committed to increase income of farmers by 50% in 5 years, and to realize this result, various initiatives are implemented. Kerala government identified important priorities in agriculture on 4 key areas. 1. Food security and nutrition. Number 2. Sustainable agriculture with a climate smart approach. 3. Inclusive agri-value chains and development of cropping systems. And number 4. Digitalization for agricultural transformation. Various initiatives are implemented to realize the outputs over the last 3 years. A World Bank supported project with an outlay of more than 2,400 crore has been approved for implementation over the next 5 years on climate resilient agriculture with inclusive value chain development. In the project, secondary agriculture has been identified as a key area of development for increasing farmers' income under the leadership of farmers producer organizations, Krishikutams and MSMEs. Now here on more than 20,000 Krishikutams are here. Krishikutams means the farmers groups. Department of Agriculture is implementing various schemes to support value addition and branding of farmers' products. Agriculture Department has launched the Qadr app as part of digital agriculture. Crop insurance, pest and disease advisory, various schemes, expert advisories, weather information, etc. are included in the app. A separate presentation on the app is scheduled in the workshop. Is it presented or not? Tomorrow. Marketing and price module will be developed in the next stage in the app for further supporting the farmers. Market intelligence and the dissemination of market information plays an important and significant role in the farmers' decisions regarding production and marketing of agricultural commodities. The AgMarkNet, that portal developed by the Ministry of Agriculture, provides easy access to commodity-wise, variety-wise, daily prices and arrival information of more than 2,000 varieties and about 300 commodities from the wholesale markets spread all over the country. The State Department of Economics and Statistics published daily prices of essential commodities and wholesale prices. VFPCK is publishing price data in different districts in their portal. Newspapers are major source of market price information. In the national level, National Institute of Agricultural Economics and Policy Research under ICAR is leading in market intelligence work. The work of different agricultural universities are helping the farmers. APEDA has developed market intelligence for export commodities, which is helping exporters. I request the APEDA representative to convene a separate meeting with the APEDA and the officials of the Agriculture Department in this the October itself. Okay, you are ready to do that? Okay, I am very happy to hear about that. The commodity boards like rubber board and spices board are realizing market and price statistics on a daily basis. I am happy that all these experts are presenting papers in the workshop. Some of the suggestions for discussions in the workshop, I would like to indicate some of the suggestions for discussions. 1. Development of price forecast. Some of the agricultural universities are developing price forecast for few crops. More crops may be included and a reliable price forecast system may be developed and disseminated to farmers. Number 2, system for monitoring of imports. Various agricultural products are imported into our country like pepper from Sri Lanka and Vietnam, aracanut from Nepal, rubber from various trade agreements, palm oil from Malaysia and Indonesia, etc. Lot of imports are coming through illegal ways, affecting price of our farmers. Similar manner, the rule of origin clause in trade agreements are reported to be violating in some of the imports. Some countries are reported to import more commodities than domestic production, indicating the violation of rule of origin. A reliable and up-to-date mechanism to be developed for monitoring the imports. Number 3, integrated market intelligence delivery system. Multiple sources are publishing market-related data. Often farmers are getting multiple data. A reliable integrated data delivery system is highly essential for farmers and academicians. State level and national level new initiative is needed to develop integrated market intelligence system. Number 4, digital technologies. Application of more digital technologies are to be explored for supporting farmers as of smart agriculture. We recognize the need for adequate financing of digital infrastructure to help drive innovations in agriculture using emerging digital technologies. Number 5, monitoring of global developments. Kerala agriculture is more integrated internationally. Pepper production in Vietnam, cardamom production in Guatemala, coffee production in Brazil, rubber production in Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, cocoa production in Ghana are affecting international prices, which in turn affects prices in Kerala. A systematic monitoring framework from an international perspective is to be developed for policy support. Number 6, monitoring of regional trade agreement and 6, preferential trade agreements. India has signed 13 regional trade agreements with ASEAN countries, Japan, SAFTA, UAE, Australia, etc. More studies are needed on the benefits of such trade agreements to agriculture. India also signed 6 preferential trade agreements. The positive side has to be utilized as well as a monitoring system also has to be developed to protect domestic economy from undesirable imports. Number 7, the need of more analytical reports on market intelligence. The academicians in the workshop may come out with more analytical reports on market intelligence for facilitating decision making in the coming months. I expect detailed deliberations on various dimensions of market intelligence in the 2-day workshop. Tomorrow, farmers, FPOs, and startups are also attending the workshop to benefit from the workshop. I wish all success for the workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and motivating words. They provide invaluable direction for growth and development in the fields of market intelligence and data intelligence, guiding us towards achieving our goals. We now move to the second technical section of the day. Dr. K.R. Ashok will be the chair for this session also. I request the honorable speakers, Sri Chintan Donda, Dr. N. Shivaraman, Dr. Anil Kurvilla, Dr. R. Vijayakumari, and Dr. Suchitra M.S. to kindly grace the dais.
Welcome back. So welcome back to the second technical session. We have 7 presentations in this session. Since we are running late now, let us shorten the presentation time. I request everyone to limit your presentation for 20 minutes instead of 30 minutes already indicated. Kindly cooperate with this so that we can hear all the presenters and complete this second technical session in time. So with this, first presentation is online. First presenter is speaker is Aishwarya K. Gupta. He's a trade consultant of Apida. So I request Aishwari K. Gupta to make his presentation online. So, yes, yeah. Okay. He's joined. He has joined. Okay. Information technology. You're from which? Madhwani. Okay. So okay. Huh? Swapna. Yeah. Aishwari, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We can hear you, and also we can see you. Please limit your presentation in 20 minutes because we are already running late. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Please continue.
So, good afternoon, respected Honorable Minister, the Chairman of the session, and other delegates. The topic given to me today was market intelligence for agri exports. So essentially, market intelligence, how we see it in exports, is categorized into two attributes. One is data. The second bit is connecting the dots, which is looking at different types of data and trying to make sense out of it. The first part is fairly straightforward, where we we gather the data, we download the data from a particular source. And the second part needs a little bit of getting your hands dirty and only comes by experience to get a valuable insight. So the first thing what we need to understand from the export point of view is that every commodity, this laptop,
water bottle can be categorized into an HS code. So basically every product has an HS code, and these codes are used to track the flow of products across countries. So how are these, how do they look like? So there are 99 chapters in the HSN, in the harmonized system nomenclature. The first 24 chapters are related to agriculture and processed foods. The fresh products are limited to the first 16 chapters, and 16 to 24 are under processed foods. And the 24 onwards are for manufacturing products. So for an example, let's look at one product. Let's look at pineapple. The HS code for pineapple is, for example, 080430 at the international level, where 08 is the chapter for edible fruits and nuts, peels of citrus and melons. 04 is a sort of a heading, it's called a product group of dates, figs, pineapple, avocados, and 30 is for pineapple. And something which is very important is all the HS codes are uniform at HS6 across countries. So for example, if we look at India, in this example I have India, US and China, and the product is cashew nut, which is grown in Kerala. The product code is 080131. This code is uniform across all countries. But when we dwell down deeper within a country, there could be many codes. So for example, India's codes at HS8, which is 8 digit, which is a further disaggregated level from HS6, is different from the US HS 10 digit. So basically, in clubs, what I want to say is at HS6, all products are uniform. However, at HS8, they may differ from country to country. So this is the basics of extracting data. So the question is, why is this important? Why is the HSN nomenclature important? The HS nomenclature is important because it helps us when we want to extract data. So the India's agri export and import data could be fetched from an agri exchange website, which is a part of EPIDA's, which is EPIDA's initiative to promote free flow of information of agriculture products, agriculture flow, which includes export as well as imports. Now, in this portal, you can get time period data of different time periods. You can get values in lakhs, crores, thousand, million, billion. You can get quantity in metric tons, kilograms, and you can get data across countries as well as regions.
Mr. Sorry for the interruption. Are you moving the slides or just in the?
Yes, I'm moving the slides.
But it's not moving here.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's moving.
Okay, is it okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, let me just do.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me get back. Let me just explain the HS nomenclature again, and then I'll take it forward. So, as I said, HS nomenclature is a nomenclature that codifies every product in our surrounding. This this has chapters of 1 to 99. 1 to 16 are fresh fruits and fresh agriculture products. 16 to 24 are processed products. And all the products are uniform at HS6 across countries. I give an example of cashew nut, wherein cashew nut, the product HS code of cashew nut is 080131, which is uniform across India, US, and China. Further, now these products can be more disaggregated. So in cashew itself, let's say there's cashew nut, there's cashew kernel, which is a finished product. these could be further disaggregated, and these are disaggregated at a national level. But at a national level, they are not uniform with, let's say, a country like US. US may have certain different codes, we may have certain different codes. Okay. But at HS6, everything is uniform. Alright. So that's point number one. Second thing is, how do we extract data? Now, in India's agri export and import data could be fetched from Agri Exchange Portal. The Agri Exchange Portal is an initiative by APIDA which facilitates extraction of data from GCIS, but it's a better way of presenting it. So, for example, all the HS products, like for example, mangoes, grapes, are clubbed into certain commodities called as principal commodities. So, under PIDA, we have around 27 principal commodities. So, one of the principal commodities is example, like let's say it's fresh fruits. Fresh fruit, under fresh fruit, there are mangoes, grapes, other fresh fruits. Under fresh vegetables, there are onion, other fresh vegetables. So the idea is, if anybody is searching, so question is why is it like that? So if anybody is searching what is the export of fresh fruits from India, they can actually log on to the Agri Exchange Portal. For instance, this is how the Agri Exchange Portal looks like. On the left, we have commodity-wise, country-wise, years, we have products, country, and if you want value or quantity, however you want. So the thing is, the reason why categorization of products is important is because if tomorrow you're looking at how much fresh fruits, for instance, is exported from India, you can just click on fresh fruits and select for which all countries, select the value, select the quantity. Do you want it across countries or do you want it across commodities? You can select that, and then you will get the data. Moreover, imagine you want to search on how much mangoes or let's say bananas, which Kerala produces, is exported abroad. So then you can go to NHS 8 digit, which is here. And you can click that, you can click bananas, and you will get the data for bananas as well. So this is the India's export total. Now, but what if you want to fetch the world demand, or what is the world demand for bananas, for instance? So then there is another portal called the ITC Trade Map portal. It is absolutely free. Anybody can log in and make their email ID and use it in no time. The features of that portal are also pretty similar. You can get data on values, quantity across products, across regions. You can get yearly data, monthly data, quarterly data. You can get data on tariff indicators like tariff rates, prices, or you can also get data in different currencies. So, for instance, I've taken a screenshot of the ITC Trade Map data for fresh or dried cashew nuts, which is shelled. And you can see, the product is 080132, and we look at the imports, and you can see below the import from the world is approximately $3.8 billion, or the world highlighted in green. I hope you can see that. So what it says is the market, or the global market, or the global trade of fresh or dried cashew nuts in the world is around $3.8 billion, which roughly amounts to around 27,000 crores. The biggest importer is United States. The second biggest importer is Germany, Netherlands, China, Vietnam. So that's how this portal is designed, and it is very user friendly, and anybody can extract data in no time. Lastly, there is another important source of data is production data. Now, the production data is available on the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare website. and also the Upaj portal. The Upaj portal also fetches data from that particular source. And for that data, we have the features of the data are area, production. You can get state-wise, you can get across different time periods. And for this presentation, we've taken an example of the production of cashew nut across states. So we can see that Maharashtra is the highest producer of cashew nut in the year 2023, and the area is around 191,000 hectares, and the production is 197 million metric ton. So the thing is, and I'll also give an example of how you connect the dots. So the production data could be fetched here. Now, if I were to export, if I were to export, then I would from Kerala. I would look at what does Kerala produce, what is demanded in the world abroad, and what are the tariff rates. Are there any non-tariff measures? And then come to a particular conclusion. The other sources of data are one important source of data is FAO stat. So FAO stat gives us the global production database. Of course, cashew nut is not just produced in Kerala; it is also produced in Ivory Coast, Ghana, some parts of Vietnam, and FAO stat will tell us, okay, what is the area under production? What is the level of production? What are the yields in those countries? It's a very valuable source of information. Then there is pink sheets by World Bank. This data broadly gives us international prices of certain commodities widely traded across the globe. So we give you prices of rice, different types of rice, banana, groundnut, etc. Then there is an important source called Tau for tariff rates. That is, so imagine if you want to see what is the tariff level or the custom duty imposed by, let's say, Russia on the import of bananas from India. So this particular database will give us tariff rates. Then there is a WITS portal, which is a combination of trade, tariff, and non-tariff measures database. And another important database is ITIP database, which is by WTO. And the ITIP database gives us the information on non-tariff measures. There are different non-tariff measures. So one of the major issues in the export of agriculture from anywhere, not just India, is to comply with the sanitary and the phytosanitary measures. So, for example, let's say bananas are exported from India to, let's say, Netherlands. So Netherlands may have certain compliance procedures for them to import bananas. They might want the bananas to have the maximum residual limits for pesticides below a certain level. It could be for chemicals, dioxins, auxins, pesticides, insecticides, fungicides. There could be many. And so it is important for the farmer, for all the stakeholders in the value chain, which includes the farmer, the exporter, the importer, to be aware about what are the regulations in that particular importing country and have they changed over time to facilitate exports.
Mr. Aishwarya, can you please conclude in 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure. So one of the examples that I've taken is of bananas, and I hope you can see this. So bananas is the largest traded commodity among the horticulture products across the world. So let's say in the year 2022, the world imported around $13 billion of banana. So that's more than 1 lakh crore of bananas. And the top 5 importing countries were US, China, Germany, Japan, and Russia, wherein the US itself accounted for approximately 20% of the import of bananas. The major producing states of bananas are Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, and also Kerala. So one of the production clusters is Trivandrum, Thrissur, Wayanad for the production of bananas among Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, and Gujarat. And you can see in the particular on the graph 1, which is figure 1, that the export of bananas has been continuously rising. So in, let's say in 2018, we exported $55 million worth of banana and had a market share of 0.47%. But in 2022, India has a market share of 1.25%. And the exports amounted to $161 million. One of the features which is not presented, which is not highlighted here is this year in FY24, the export of bananas grew by 66%, almost reaching to that of grapes, which is considered the largest horticulture product to be exported. The demand for bananas, for Indian bananas, is extremely robust. It is growing at a very heavy pace, and I would encourage everybody who's looking to export to think about exporting bananas. And also, now the other aspect of export is you can only export an exportable surplus, meaning so whatever is produced within the country is first consumed and the rest is exported, which is an exportable surplus is very important for export, otherwise you cannot export. So in case of banana, only 1% of the bananas produced, which is shown in figure 3 on the top right hand column, is actually exported from India. So there is a huge exportable surplus, and also our production is also growing, which is a diagram on the left, bottom left, shows that our production has increased from 30 million metric tons to 36 million metric ton, which is a substantial rise in the last 4 or 5 years. And lastly, it's about market access. So another important thing, and this is my last point, is that are the markets open for Indian bananas? Meaning, let's say for example, China, as per this diagram, as per this table, does not accept Indian bananas due to a certain condition. Even Chile. But the market is open and we are exporting to the large countries. There are certain countries we're not exporting to, and which are highlighted orange. So this sort of intelligence tells the exporter to target which all exports and to which all export markets, and it gives the picture at a glance that to devise a particular strategy. Thank you. That is all from my side.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aishwari. Please be online. We will take 1 or 2 questions before you leave.
Sure.
So now the floor is open for discussion. If you have, yeah, please.
Dr. Aishwarya, it was a good presentation, and you told us about different kinds of database and other kinds of information which is available. What I understand, I have also been working on the trade-related dimensions for quite some time. But I understand that we need to have 2 kinds of initiatives when we talk about export intelligence for Indian agriculture. One is readiness of database. So we have different sources for data. For example, APIDA is one. Sources. We have been using all those data sources, and every database had its own merit. Now, can we think of a more comprehensive database? For example, if I'm exporting bananas, so I should be able to get entire information at one go, whether it is export data, whether it is tariff barriers, non-tariff barriers, transportation cost, competitiveness, everything. So this is where APIDA can take some kind of initiative here. This is one thing, and also some kind of analytics which are actually important for analyzing the export competitiveness and export advantages. But food's case is a special case where we have been converting ourselves to a net importer. We have been importing many other foods as well. So we can do a lot in terms of intelligence for horticulture commodities. So APIDA has a bigger role to play now.
So, thank you for the comment, ma'am. Actually, we are developing a new agri exchange portal, and we are in the process, like you said, that everything should be in one portal, which includes the global scenario, the Indian exports, the tariff related, the non-tariff measures. So we are developing it. It is in the testing stages. In fact, yesterday only I had a meeting with the technical, the IT team, and it will be soon launched after around 2 weeks. It will soon launched, and the issue with that kind of portal is that yes, we have tried to integrate the Indian data except with the global data, but the data on, let's say, non-tariff measures is sort of very dynamic, and for that we cannot. We tried a little hard if we could get that data in the APIDA portal, but what it turns out that what we'll be able to do is probably give a link to the data source only for the non-tariff measures data. But regarding the tariff data, the competitive advantage, as you mentioned, I think all are important. And regarding competitive advantage, like we in economics, we calculate the real competitive advantage, that is RCA, for a particular commodity to understand its competitive advantage. What it turns out that RCA also has a certain negative, some drawbacks. For instance, let's say bananas. One of the major issues of banana is, if you look at the RCA today, it's not that much. And we probably, our analysis will conclude that we are not competitive in bananas or even pomegranates. But what it turns out is, we are not able to ship bananas because it's a perishable for a long distance. And once those sea protocols are developed, our export of bananas will be much more robust, and we are in the process of sea shipment trials. So therefore, creating a real competitive advantage does not really work if you're looking at the future, because RC is sort of a backward looking indicator. But what I think where we are competitive is the bananas are grown across India throughout all seasons. It does not happen anywhere else. And that is why we have a competitive advantage for a fundamental reason, not for a technical reason per se. Even a variety is, the Cavendish variety, the grey 9, is very popular. So to cut the long story short, I mean, your suggestion on incorporating all the competitive advantages which are seasonal, variety, will be incorporated in the new APIDA portal, and but the entire portal will have certain links to the non-tariff measures because we're not able to incorporate that.
Thank you for your elaborate explanation. Yeah, there is one more question.
Sir, you mentioned that China is not importing our banana. Is it because of the phytosanitary measures of China different from that of India? It's a
Phytosanitary.
Okay.
So it's a funny situation, sir. It could usually phytosanitary. It could. So the answer is it's a little complicated one. There is a certain political economy angle to it as well. So usually when we ask for market access, when the delegations come to Delhi and we ask for market access, it's sort of a quid pro quo situation. We have to give them something in return to they have to in return to getting something. So we have the situation in grapes as well, where the US, which is the largest importer of grapes, has not allowed our grapes to go to US because of the political situation. But if you ask me, is it a phytosanitary issue? I would say no. Because the largest phytosanitary, the highest, the most stringent standards are imposed by the European Union, where our bananas go. And China should not have or will not have of more stringent sanitary, phytosanitary measures than EU.
Okay, sir. Sir, what about the perishability factor in China?
Yeah. So China is a neighboring sort of it's not very the distance is not too much. So I don't think so there would be an issue of perishability. The sea protocol that we are developing, so recently the sea trials were done and our bananas were exported to Netherlands. And recently, because there has been a political sort of a conflict between Ecuador and Russia, so Russia is a bigger consumer of banana, Ecuador is a producer of banana, and because of this political conflict, India stands to benefit. And our bananas are being exported to Russia, which takes around 35-40 days. So perishability, so the sea trials, the sea protocol, that is what it is called, is in the development stage, and once it's fully developed, I have no doubts in saying that banana will be the largest horticulture export commodity from India.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Aishwari K. Gupta. Today we had two presentations on exports. The morning session we had one presentation. This one, the key takeaway I think is about HS code in the context of market intelligence. It's not sufficient to have how much quantity we export, but the category wise, this HS code wise data is very essential and it would be helpful for exporters. So with that note, we conclude this presentation. Thank you, Mr. Aishwari K. Gupta. Yeah. Now we shall move on to our next presentation. Next we have 5 presentations. I once again remind all the learned speakers to be please complete in 20 minutes time. Kindly strictly follow the timeline, and the question answer will be at the end of the session because we have limited time. If you have some question on any specific presentation, please note it down, and at the end we can ask the respective speakers. Thank you. With that, I invite Sri Chintan Donga, Head AIML Lead of Agri Solutions, Vadhwani Institute of Artificial Intelligence, Mumbai. Mr. Chindan.
Sri Chindan Donda, Head AIML Lead of Agri Solutions, Vadhwani Institute of Artificial Intelligence, Mumbai. Chindan completed his post-graduation from IIIT Allahabad. He has over 8.5 years of experience in mobile, AdTech, AI, accelerators, and EdTech domains. Sri Chindan Donda is currently the head of AIML for Agri Solutions at the Vadhwani Institute of Artificial Intelligence, which focuses on developing AI-based solutions aimed at improving agricultural practices, particularly for underserved communities. Vadhwani Institute was established in 2018 with a mission to leverage artificial intelligence for social impact, including agricultural innovations like pest management and other agricultural improvements. In his role, Chindan leads initiatives that utilize machine learning and AI technologies to address challenges in the agricultural sector, working on projects that enhance productivity and sustainability. The Institute collaborates with various organizations to implement solutions that can directly benefit farmers and improve agricultural outcomes. With great joy and respect, we invite you to communicate your experience and insights before us on predictive analytics using artificial intelligence, innovative projects implemented by Vadhwani Institute of AI.
Thank you so much. First, I would like to express my gratitude towards government of Kerala and especially the Honorable Minister Sir who is present here and all the dignitaries. I know like after lunch it's very difficult, but I would try to keep my presentation very live and demo oriented. So you people will definitely enjoy, and I will also walk you through some live demo with Malayalam language as well. Hopefully it works. I have checked all my demos, but hopefully God is with me today. So yeah, Wadhwani Institute of Artificial Intelligence, we are not for-profit organizations. We work mainly for the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, and we also work with the state governments. We have 5 AI Center Excellence and 30 plus projects across healthcare, agriculture and climate, education and urban development. Predictive analytics. So since morning we have been talking so much about like data, marketing intelligence and predictive analytics, right? But even if we have data, it's of no use unless we take it to the onto the last person, right? Which in this interest it's farmer, agriculture business persons, universities or institutions, and finally government, right? So, and it has been rightly said by one of the richest person in India, Mukesh Ambani. He said like, data is the new oil, right? So, it's not quantity, but it's quality of data that matters a lot. So, I directly land on to some of the solutions that we are working. So we have predictive analytics based 2 solutions, which is yield prediction for agriculture, which is an AI powered prediction tool to basically predict how much crop yield that the farmer would be able to get given some certain conditions, some certain parameters. Another, I'll walk you through some national pest surveillance system, which is NPSS, which has been integrated into the Ministry of Agriculture department. It's live on Google Play Store as well. So first I will walk you through crop yield estimation. It's an AI powered prediction tool which predicts basically the crop yield in the definite time based on some contextual data. So your contextual data basically means it could be weather, soil, fertilizer concentration, etc. Right? So problem statement here is to develop the advisory tool for farmers to help them in the decision making process. Right? So this is what our system looks like. Right? So if you see here, so this is crop. So what kind of data that is needed to model basically this forecasting or prediction system, which is crop information, fertilizer information, farmer information, and weather, right? So that forms the farmer DB, and that goes to the crop yield estimation model, which will help us or which will help farmer to get not only the point prediction. What I mean by point prediction is it will not only say like your crop will be in let's say 4.5 quintal, but it will give some range. So that range also it will give with some confidence, some statistical probability, right? And finally, these 2 values also doesn't make sense for farmers. So ultimately, it needs to be converted into advisory, which farmers can understand in their language, right? So this is where this model, counterfactual model, and what we are covering is cotton. So we have started with cotton, which is the majorly grown crop in India, right? These are some of the features, which is area cultivated and harvested, volume produced, water used, amount of fertilizers in terms of concentration of NPK, right? Number of pesticides spray and weather information, right? So yield in its direct form, if we tell, it is basically volume produced divided by area harvested. And this is our product looks like. So demo is not there. This is though it is there into the production, but I don't have currently the live demo because there is some server issue. But if you see, so this model takes these many input parameters: farm details, fertilizer details, soil details, and weather details. With this, it will generate the crop yield report for the farmer. It will tell like with all these parameters what is farm prediction. So it will tell like, okay, with all these predictions, 48.38 quintals per hectare would be your yield, and this would be in your range. And if farmer also wants to tell like, okay, I want to reach up to 51 quintile per hectare, right? So what does they need to do? So our model will tell retrospectively like, okay, you need to have 0.41 quintals. Your NPK ratio should be like this, right? So this is where it will make more sense for farmer to get all the details with parameter like in percentage wise, like what is the concentration of NPK that I require to reach up to 51 quintile, right? Another solution which is already into the Google Play Store, launched by the Honorable Minister of Agriculture India, himself before, mostly like last month, which is pest and disease surveillance, right? So the idea here is plants generally get pest attacks, right? So it's equally important for farmers to know to detect it early and get the advisories around like how to protect the crops and what measures then that they need to take, right? So it essentially helps in detection and monitoring of the crops, then pest and disease management and precision control, right? So the problem statement here is identify and classify the pest and disease, right? And also its severity infection level. So this is our model. It looks like here we have covered two crops, which is cotton and rice. So farmer can upload their image. This will go to the NPSS app. Then they will also select they will select the pest, and that will go to our model. Our model will try to figure out like this image is related to either cotton or rice, and it will try to predict like what is the kind of disease that this plant have, right? So here we have covered cotton rice, and let me walk you through the app, which it looks like. It looks like this one. So farmer will select the crop as cotton. They will basically upload the image from their mobile. This is the basically image. It will take some time for processing, image processing, and it will finally generate the advisory like what is the infestation, how many pests are there, and what measures do you need to take, right? So I'll pose it here, but I have a snapshot as well. Sorry. Okay, so this is how it looks like, right? So it will tell like there are so farmer will capture the image like this. It will tell like total there are 46 number of tracks and there are pinball ones, right? So this model has been done by the Wadhwani AI. This has not been done in silos, but this has been done in collaboration with Government of India, Ministry of Farmer Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, right? Now there is also ETL, which is economic threshold level. It is being done by NCIPM, and finally the advisories are getting generated by the central integrated basically CIPMC, right? So this is what about NPSS. Obviously there are a lot more benefits. I won't go into the detail, but this is what the scale we see currently. There are 10K plus downloads. We have been able to detect 856 and more than 2000 plus cotton and rice images. Few very interesting solutions which are GenAI based. Now we have been, GenAI has been talk of this, town nowadays, right? Like generative AI, kind of chat GPT, right? So we have these many solutions, primarily some of them are conversational chatbots, which is Krishi Sati. It is an advisory chatbot for Kisan call centers. So Kisan call centers are across India, where farmers can call to the Kisan call centers, and there is a FTA, who are technical farm tele advisors, who are sitting on these cases and they try to resolve the queries asked by the farmers, right? Another one is Kisan Mitra, which is again launched by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare. It is only meant for PM Kisan scheme at the moment. So what is PM Kisan scheme? I'll walk you through the demo as well, and it tries to resolve the grievances raised by the farmer in 10 Indian languages and 1 English language, and that's to in voice as well as in text, right? Then there is something called news monitoring system. This is also live on the Indian government website, where the government gets real-time updates about basically news about the agriculture events that are happening in different parts of the India, right? And there are some, obviously we have been talking a lot about data, right? So we also have data digitization platforms as well. Now this is a chatbot, conversational chatbot, Krishi Sati. Let me walk you through that. Hopefully demo works. I have pre-selected some queries. So let me try to ask. So this is a single stop solution and basically platform. Think it like this as a WhatsApp for agriculture for farmer, right? So let me ask like what is the weather in Trivandrum? Right, so it will try to get the weather and it will tell like, okay, the current weather is 31 degrees centigrade, right? Now let me try to tweak the system. Now this time I am not asking Trivandrum, I am telling like Thiruvananthapuram, but weather forecast. Hopefully it works. It was working. Okay. So see, this is where conversational comes into picture. I have said like Tiruvananthapuram. So it is asking me chatbot. A machine is asking me like what is the state, right? So it is asking me some follow-up questions. Let me write Kerala. I'm just writing Kerala, and it will try to connect Kerala with Tiruvananthapuram, the previous query, right? Hopefully it works. Okay, it is taking some time, but anyway, it is machine, so yes, there you go. So it will tell like the weather forecast in Tiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Though I have asked two queries, it is able to connect Tiruvananthapuram with Kerala. And it will tell like these are the basically day-wise weather forecast, and the beauty is I can summarize it from here as well. Another thing is it is also giving you the source. It is coming from IMD website. We have official collaboration with IMD website. It will summarize as well, which actually FTA, Farmer Tele Advisors, I'll showcase the screen as well. So this is what they need to send SMS to the farmer. So this is where summarization comes into picture. Now we have been talking a lot about market price. So let me hit one market price as well. Right, so price of pumpkin in Nuwatu, I mean, just forgive me, I cannot pronounce it well, but I'm asking about Kerala query, right? So it has said like, okay, these are the prices of pumpkin, and this is what the source. It is coming from India, right? So the beauty here is farmers don't need to go here and there to 3 or 4 or maybe 10 of websites. Rather, they can directly go via here, right? Now, let me also ask one plant protection or cultural practices related query as well, right? So what are the cultural practices in rice, right? So it may take some time, but it also solves the problem of plant protection and practices, right? So the one chatbot works for weather, works for market price, works for cultural practices as well, and that's too in Malayalam or as many as languages as well, right? So there are too many queries I have done, so hopefully it works well in Malayalam. I don't know about reading, but let's wait for a while. So think like a farmer directly selects Malayalam, right? And then they get all these, you see, all this information in Malayalam, right? So that is the beauty of this chatbot. Now let me come to the scale. So there are total 14 cases across India, 350 farmer tele advisors sitting on different these 14 cases. There are 10K plus calls are happening every day, and each call is taking 3 to 5 minutes. So this is where we are basically, this is where we are taking, we target to take only 1 or 2 minutes of FTS time so that they can handle more calls from the farmers, right? So this is the actual screen which looks for the FTA. This is KKNS system, which is again handled by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare India. This is what that screen looks like, where it will say like this is weather type query, market information, grievance or other, and this is where our chatbot. So here FTA themselves also not, they don't need to go to Google Weather or AccuWeather or some website. They can get everything over here as well. And there are also some pre-selected or most frequently asked queries as well. They can directly click and get the answer, right? And this is where I was telling. So this is the SMS, right? So which they send, right? So here also, so this is a translate. So what is my name, let's say, right? So if you tell like in Malayalam, it will directly be able to translate from here itself, right? And this is website as I have shown, right? Maybe another 5 minutes, sir, I'll take.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where we are up to reach now in India for this Krishi Sathi. We have piloted in Chandigarh, Jaipur, Jabalpur. We have already started the collaboration with Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra. Hopefully with this demo, sir, we'll be able to collaborate with Kerala government as well. That's our wish. Now another chatbot, which is Kisani Mitra. Day after tomorrow itself, there is going to be PM Kisan installment released by our Honorable Prime Minister. Right? This chatbot has been live since 7 to 8 months. It's been already, so we have already basically answered 2.88 million plus queries. 12K daily basis on average queries we are answering. More than 233K plus unique users have been benefited. When I say users, means farmers. 1.1 million sessions and 50 types of query. What I mean by 50 types means some farmer will ask about like let's say when will I get my next installment. Someone will tell like my name is incorrect, can I update? Someone will tell like I want to update my eKYC. Someone will tell like I want to surrender my benefit, right? And it supports 10 Indic languages. So now this is the query. And madam, if you can come please, let me select Malayalam over here. This is Malayalam, right? Can you speak like what is PM Kisan scheme in Malayalam?
PM Kisan പദ്ധതി എന്നാൽ എന്താണ്?
Okay, madam has asked something in Malayalam. I don't know to be sure. Let's see what it comes. It may take some time because our engineering team is working because day after tomorrow there is a release. So we need to handle a lot of load, like more than 1 lakh queries we are expecting to get it. Right, but hopefully this comes. And I will also ask one live query as well, like when will I get my next installment? Okay, it's taking some time, but let's wait. But by seeing a demo, you can trust me, this is working for the system, this is live. And okay, it's checking my patience actually. This is last one only, sir. Okay, this is the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is correct in Malayalam. This is what is PM Kisan scheme.
He has repeated the question. Question will come first. That is, question will be displayed first.
So first it will show the question which farmers have asked, and then it will show the basically detailed answer. And that's too with sources like where does it came from. So it will also show the authenticity of the answer or information from where it is pulling out. Okay, let's wait for sir. Give me another couple of minutes. Just let's wait for the answer if it comes in a correct way. It is working fast, like believe me. But yeah, day after tomorrow there is an installment release, so our team is working out. No, it's not because of internet speed. It's because of our engineering team is working. They are trying to basically scale out our compute infrastructure so that it can handle more load. Yeah, it is there. What is this? Something is problem?
Yeah. It is regarding. Forgive, there is some problem. It seems.
Okay. Some problem is happening, but let me try in English and
check the internet connection.
Okay. Next installment. Just I'm asking like farmer. Let's say I am a farmer and I'm asking like, okay, when will be the? Let me refresh. Actually, it's not happening. Let's think like farmer will ask like when will be the next installment, right? So it is telling rightly that 18th installment would be given by the PM on 5th October 2024, right? And as you have seen, it not only supports text, but it also supports native language in Malayalam even by male or female, right? It can be anyone, right? So and then next we have also maybe in the interest of time I will skip, but let's not give into the product, but we are also building the AI Collect, AI Collect, which is digitization of the data. So we have reached up to 12 states and these many districts and these many talukas. So where we ask to the farmer about different crops, different types of query about like how much land you have, what crops do you sow, what kind of problems do you face, right? So all these data, when it gets collected, processed, and then we can generate the hyper personalized advisories for the farmers. And replacement of ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is a general model. It has been heavily trained on English data, not on Indian data. So that's where we are basically building this model. We call it as a Garuda, which is Indian Agriculture LLM. LLM means large language model, just like ChatGPT. So we are building this just for agriculture. And we are also building, so there is something called Krishivani, which is again an AI model for speech. ASR means automatic speech recognition. So that's what we are doing at Vadhwani, and hopefully we will be able to make some collaboration with government. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you everyone.
Thank you very much, Chandan. So, predictive analytics using artificial intelligence. So, morning we had a session on predictive analytics.